I live in Canada. It gets cold around these parts, and my scalp and hair do not appreciate the cold weather. Plus, I'm of Caribbean descent, my parents are Jamaican, so my essence is made for warm weather. That means if I don't do things right in the winter, my scalp will be dry and itchy and tight, and my locks will be just limp. In this video, I'm not only gonna share how I change my normal moisturizing routine for the winter, but I'm gonna talk about some of the steps I take to retain that moisture, because I think that's just as important as how we're moisturizing. If you're new around here, I'm Latoya and welcome. On this channel, I talk about locks, travel, and living the best version of your life. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Most of us have experienced how the cold weather draws moisture from our locks, scalp, and skin in general. Between the cold, dry air outside and the artificial heating inside, dryness is inevitable. Not only you just feeling dry, but it can lead to breakage and shedding. My locks become a totally different entity in the winter. She grows so much slower, and she just generally is not as vibrant as she is basically the other 3 seasons. And it feels like my job in the winter is just to take care of her while she's hibernating and just to keep her going through the winter with the least amount of damage as possible. So here's how I do it. First up, let's talk about retaining the moisture in our locks in the winter, because I think that this is just as important as whatever the moisturizing routine is. Retaining your moisture is just basically holding on to whatever moisturizing products you've used in your hair for as long as possible. Because you can have the best moisturizing routine, but if you're using the wrong items on your locks in the winter to keep yourself warm, then you are just gonna be pulling out all of that moisture and you're gonna be back to square one with dry locks, dry scalp. When the fall rolls around, I start looking at my cold weather gear and I make sure that anything that's gonna come into contact with my locks is lined with silk or satin. This winter, for example, I have been loving this cute beanie. I bought it on Amazon. I will link to it because of this 100% satin lining. When I wear this on my hair, it feels so smooth on my locks. Cotton and wool, 2 really popular materials for keeping us warm in the winter, pull the moisture from our hair. I remember times where I would moisturize my hair and then go out, put on my cotton hat or my wool hat, and come back in, take off my hat, and like almost immediately my scalp was itchy. I've had a rule now for a bit that I just don't wear anything on my hair that is not lined with the proper materials. Along the same lines, I wear my satin bonnet religiously at night in the winter. I am not a huge bonnet person. Like for the first 4 or 5 years of having my locks, I never wore a bonnet. And now, as I've kind of investigated more about how to retain moisture in my locks, I realize that my bonnet is just an essential part of that. This might be a bit much, but I also have a satin pillowcase on my pillow only in the winter, just in case my bonnet comes off at night or I somehow fall asleep without it. Now to my moisturizing routine. The key for me is consistency. I basically double up on some parts of my normal moisturizing routine. I have shared that on this channel in this video, which many people have found useful, so I will link to it here and in the description. As usual, I spray my hair daily with my homemade spray. In that moisturizing video, I talk a bit about what's exactly in here. It's just like my favorite oils, and water is the main ingredient in here. Water is an amazing moisturizer for our hair, and I make sure that my locks get water every single day, just like a plant. And then twice a week, I make sure that I moisturize my scalp and my hair with my coconut oil. This makes all the difference for reducing tightness and just giving my locks life. I know that this coconut oil makes a huge difference because if I skip a week and don't moisturize with it, my hair is in shambles. So in the winter, twice a week, scalp and hair. We're getting a full massage for the scalp, and then I'm just rubbing this coconut oil in throughout my locks from root to tip. Now, I haven't had to use this in years, but I always have a bottle of my Jamaican black castor oil. This oil is just incredible if you have like extreme dryness. This oil is going to take care of you, or if you want to promote hair growth. After I had my daughter, I had like some shedding in the front, and within weeks this really helped for growing back the hair. The reason why I haven't used it in years is because it is very greasy, and I do not like my hair to be greasy. And then my leave-in, I make sure that I use this in my hair at least once a week. Sometimes I'll even do twice a week. I'm usually a wash happy person. I will wash my hair daily under certain circumstances. Like if I'm traveling or working out, I may wash my hair every day. And the beautiful thing about Sister Locks is that you can, especially if you're following up with moisture, there really is no issue with that. But in the winter, I do not do that. I wash my hair less because I don't want to wash out that moisture. I go usually a week between my washes. I still stick to my same Herbal Essence Color Safe shampoo. This winter, I was thinking about going for a moisturizing shampoo as a sort of added thing for my hair, but I didn't really need it. So that's why I stuck with my typical shampoo, but I'm thinking next winter I may try a moisturizing shampoo. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Steaming my locks. This one's a bit of a bonus because I haven't done it in years, but steaming your locks is such a great way to inject moisture deep inside of the hair. When you steam your hair, it lifts the cuticles, and whatever moisturizing products you've used can really penetrate the hair. I want to steam my hair, but I don't have a handheld steamer at the moment, and I don't want to spend $250 on the steamer that I really want, which is the Tracy Ellis Ross steamer. I'm going to invest in something, but I am just $250. Like, come on. If you guys know of any alternatives, please recommend it, because I think I may just need to compromise on this and just get something that works well, even if it's not the one that I'm kind of dreaming of. Or Tracy, do you think you can send me one? I would love to, do a review and let everyone know how it works. So overall in the winter, I just pay more attention to my hair and I moisturize as needed. I also try to take it easy on my hair in the winter. I just don't do any like sort of styles that pull my hair or even color my hair. I don't really do that in the winter because I just want to let her be as stress-free as possible when she's facing all of these sort of harsh conditions and this dry air. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more Sister Locks videos, and thank you so much for watching.